right into it. Welcome back. We're excited to have you here while also very, very nervous as I'm looking down at all of the things we have, and we're going to be very caffeinated by the end of this.
We are going to indeed be very caffeinated. So I'm curious, did you decide, knowing that we were going to have so much caffeine waiting for us for this, did you decide to skip your usual morning coffee?
That would have been a great idea. Did I do that? No. My bowels and my jitters are going to hate me very, very shortly. And I keep looking down because they're just like staring up at me and waiting for me. Like, don't do this.
I'm so excited because I feel like I'm going to have a very productive rest of my day, but I'm also very, very scared because there's quite a few items here that I naturally would never gravitate toward. I'm looking at you, maple syrup, but neither here nor there. I am super excited. So I know that we have folks with us. Hello, welcome, welcome. Again, friendly reminder, if you want to participate in the chat, we welcome you guys. Definitely dropping in those comments. However, it's super important to also know that we will have to catch up to them sometimes if we're in the middle of this. But also, while you're all here, it's really exciting to let you know that we want to thank everyone in the BRUNCH Plus member community because you guys make this happen, that you sponsor us. We're able to bring you these kind of fun taste testings. So you guys kind of know how to perk us on up. And of course, you're going to receive an audio podcast version of today's episode. For everyone else, we hope that you will continue to enjoy the video because hello, Coach Shelby, we know you're going to see quite a few different fun things there.
I can't fix my face. I've tried on many occasions. This is why I'm not good at poker, because my face immediately gives it. I mean, I'm good at poker, but I have to make faces continuously so people don't know when I'm bluffing.
That's probably perfect. They'll never know.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Well, is it time, Coach? Are we going to get right into?
No.
I know. Is there anything else we could talk about so that we can delay this?
It's okay, super rainy here.
Yeah, Coach is Lila trying to think of everything. She's going to tell us her story about breakfast or something. Now, I am curious, Shelby. Are you thinking that we should start right out of the gate with like gels? Do we want to start with protein bars? Do we want to ask for the folks that are here with us live to decide how they'd like to see this happen?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. I'm afraid of what everybody's going to pick. But if you are here live, definitely drop in the comments. I kind of am leaning towards a gel. Like, just start it off, rip the Band-Aid off, and don't slow play me. Like, this isn't a long run. I'm not going to start out slow. Like, they're all going to be tasted. They're all going to be our worst nightmare.
Which one are you most excited for?
Most excited? Probably the coffee waffle by Untapped.
Okay.
I'm most nervous about the goo.
I'm definitely nervous about the goo, but I'm not as nervous about the goo today as I am the maple syrup.
I know you do not like.
I hate maple syrup. It makes me nauseous. So we'll have to see. Oh, Sally, I love that you like the YouTube video. She's saying they're so much better than the audio recordings. It's worth seeing your reactions.
It is.
Sally's saying she came here. She's got things to do. She wants us to go with the gels.
Okay.
Right out of the gate.
All right. So we're going with the gels. So I won't subject you to the maple syrup type gel. I want to start out with the goo. Get the definite worst out, because I'm not a goo fan. I think, if nothing else, this entire live tasting series has made me not a goo person. I'm sorry. I don't think I'll ever get a sponsorship with them.
Okay, so I will say, before we get into it, just to give us a little bit more time before we have to go right into it, if you guys are curious more about like the science behind adding caffeine to help with your performance, because there is a whole lot of research done. Of course, it's America and we love ourselves a whole lot of coffee. So yeah, go check out all of the information. It's on the blog. We'll include that in comments here. And we can't wait to hear what you guys think. And if you feel like adding caffeine to your performance before, during, or after has helped, I know for me, I always start my day with coffee. So I feel like it's always the best way of going.
That's at the top of my pyramid, or I guess the bottom of my pyramid, because it makes the most room. So that's the base of my pyramid is coffee.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm sure the USDA is updating their dietary recommendations for all of us. Absolutely. So we're going to get it right out of the gate. This goo it's the Roctane Energy Gel Cold Brew Coffee. Cold brew is actually one of the ways to from consuming coffee to get the most amount of caffeine. And so that might be why this one has the same amount of caffeine as a full shot of espresso. It's 70 milligrams of caffeine so not for the uninitiated, my friends. 100 times, seriously.
This is not a gateway coffee.
This is not a gateway. We like went right at it. 100 calories, 21 grams of carbs, of course, no protein or fat, because this is for on the run. And I didn't include instructions because Coach Shelby made fun of me last time. So.
I always forget. Like, what does it even say? You can't have more than 5 servings daily. Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, because you would. Well, I do generally have 4 shots of espresso daily. So we're going to see what time I'm able to actually go to sleep tonight.
This one doesn't have directions for the record.
Because it's coffee. Everybody knows what to do with coffee, right?
Oh my God.
Okay.
It actually does not smell bad.
Okay. It should smell like coffee.
Well, I mean, yes, but it doesn't smell like horrendous like the other ones. It still doesn't smell great, but it doesn't smell bad. Are you going to just take a little?
Okay, I'm ready when you are. Cheers.
And cheers. That's thick.
I feel like I want to be so inappropriate to say that's what she said. But I
have to say, it is not bad. It tastes like a coffee flavored melted Hershey's bar with a little bit of extra chemicals.
The extra chemicals is the tasty part. You're right. It has a little bit of an aftertaste that you wouldn't normally get off of coffee. But I'm going to have to agree with Sarah, who's in comments, and she's saying she had a sample of it once. She was shocked that she didn't hate it. I think we both feel the same way. We feel a little, as they said, in 2017, a little shook that we don't have a hated reaction. This might be the only goo that we haven't hated.
Yeah, I don't hate. I'm actually very surprised. It has like a caramel consistency.
Yeah, I would say that.
It's not like the other. Maybe the flavoring helps out, so the consistency is not as off-putting. Because I don't like the consistency of the goos. But this would be sticky. Like I could absolutely say, if you get this on you,
I do. I already got it on my thumb, and I want to go. I want to go wash my hands. It's one of those ones where like I could literally. It feels like you would be stuck in molasses if you were to step on one of these at one of like the world majors or one of those big races. So definitely proceed with caution. Maybe bring a baggie to throw it in or dispose of it because it is going to get everywhere. I'm sure that we're going to have to clean off all of our stuff when we're done with these. But out of the gate, super shocked that it's not bad. I don't know that I would still love it.
I wouldn't like pick it up, but if I like it trailing Tokyo, like if you would have dropped all your fuel and totally this was on the course, I would have been like, okay, I can at least have that. Which maybe this is the whole reason for this series, to where if people are on their runs and on their race courses and you drop your fuel, you at least know don't grab the pumpkin spice goo, but the coffee goo is okay.
Pumpkin spice goo, the worst. That never needs to come back. But the coffee goo, I'm really, really genuinely impressed. I like the fact that it has the caffeine. I actually even like the caffeinated chewing gum. So because I do love myself some caffeine.
Thing?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I don't really, again, other than my regular coffee, I don't do extra caffeine. I don't think on a run, because I do have a very sensitive tummy. I don't think I'd be able to actually have this on the run, or else I would get the fartleks.
So it's called Run Gum, for the record. It does taste a little bit more chemically than a traditional gum, but it is one of my favorites whenever I am getting ready for a speed workout. I don't know. Again, heading to the blog, you'll find out that there's a lot of reason behind that extra caffeine boost for performance, but I particularly like it. So, okay, Coach, what's next on this? Since we were told that we're going to go with the goo type substances for this run.
Should I make you do the maple syrup?
I think so.
So I don't know if we've actually talked about this on the show, but that Christine does not like maple syrup. She hasn't even put it on her pancakes.
I actually will leave a table. Like I have left tables. If you're going to consume a vast amount of maple syrup and it wafts towards me, it's absolutely, it's repugnant. I just can't. It's a horrible smell. And I know for the Northeasterners that I have just they're cutting it off. Like I'm never allowed to go up there. I have been banned.
Now, is Vermont. It just okay, you're not hanging out at IHOPs or like a Denny's or something. Have you ever tried like authentic maple syrup That's
Yes.
not. Oh,
I
okay.
think
So
it's
you're
disgusting.
Just, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're saying because that's what people told me before. They're like, oh, it's because you're having like the artificial type, like maple syrup food like products. I'm like, no, I do not like maple syrup. I don't even like the consistency of how this feels. This feels very watery to me, and that's weird.
Yeah. See, like that's the thing. Like, I don't like commercially made maple syrup, but I like. Again, it's probably still not authentic, but my favorite actually is a vanilla bourbon maple syrup from Costco.
I mean, I like vanilla and I like bourbon. You lose me at the maple syrup. So if there's some way
We'll
of
just
making
siphon it
that,
out.
yeah, exactly.
So this is pretty cool. It combines easily digestible, nutrient-rich energy of pure maple syrup, the natural caffeine boost.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like when we talk about food on the run and how expensive these can be. And I guess we should go back. The goo is a $2.59
It's just pricey
for a record. So like a lot of these food items, you can purchase real food. Like, so if maple syrup is your jam, you can, this is very, very convenient, very portable, and it may taste absolutely amazing, but it's $2.29. Or you could just have your own you make your own kind of maple syrup, little squeezy product.
Yeah, again, on Amazon especially, you can find bulk of the reusable squeeze packets. Usually they're in the baby or the toddler section. You just have to make sure you're cleaning them well enough. Again, this is not something that you can like leave in your run belt or leave in your running shorts and then go back 3 days later. It's going to be disgusting, and you might as well just use these. But this reminds me kind of like a pixie stick.
Yeah, except I like pixie sticks. Okay, you ready? Cheers, friend.
Right, cheers. I had to unearth mine. Hold on. I just got it all over me.
That's disgusting. No, no.
It doesn't taste like maple syrup.
No, that's no. No, Untapped, I had better hopes for you.
I just got it all over my dress. It's black, so you can't see it. I specifically wore a black dress because I've been spilling my coffee all morning.
That is horrible. That is disgusting.
You know what it tastes like to me? Like, I mean, it has a maple syrup flavor, the consistency, and like it going down my gullet. It reminds me of like the syrup that Starbucks would use in their coffees, like in their frappuccinos and stuff. That's what this is like, but it doesn't taste good. I buried the lead.
Those are called Monin syrups. I think is what they're usually called.
What are they called?
It's Monin is the brand. It's Monin.
This is definitely a not safe for work one. We have that's what she said. We have Monin.
They go hand in hand, actually. But what does not go in my hand ever again is that Untapped maple. That was disgusting. It's by far the worst thing I've consumed on this series.
I do not no. But I don't see how you would actually be able to take this on a run. It's so liquidy that it would go everywhere. Like at least with the goos, like I don't love the consistency, but at least I feel like there's some body to it. This is liquid. Like you might as well put this in a bottle, like in your hydration bottle, and
maybe it would be better if it was diluted with an entire bottle of water. No, I don't know. It's pretty bad, folks. If you've had this, we'd love to hear from you because I know that Untapped has like a huge hardcore following. It is disgusting.
It's not good. I'd rather have
it.
Really?
Yeah, Sarah. So you like the raspberry one? Are you okay with like that super liquidy consistency? Is that like your jam?
I would rather have. I know we'll rank them later, but again, I've not been shy about my not love for goo. I would have the goo over that maple 3,000 thingy.
Days. Yeah, that's disgusting. So did we get into the fact that it also has no protein or fat, but 26 grams of carbs, folks? So it does have more bang for your buck. How does that okay, I got questions. Because if this one has 26 grams of carbs and it's 100 calories, how does goo have 21 grams of carbs and it's 100 calories? Because carbs possess calories. I've got questions, but it does have a lot less caffeine. So all the way around, that one definitely is not my jam. But the coffee waffle should be delicious.
Yeah. Okay. Let's give Untapped another try. We're not gonna completely go away from it. I like how Sally is like both the reactions at the syrups and no, or the maple syrups and no. My waffle's smushed. That could have been me. I've been throwing them around a lot.
I feel like
Oh,
stacks on stacks on stacks. Wait,
I got crumbs going everywhere. Hold on. This has
Shelby,
to go off screen.
I feel like we need to get you an official tasting bib.
I need a bib.
Okay, so it is pretty crumbly. I will say that. We're gonna have a lot of cleaning.
I had to do this off screen, and the rain's giving me a lot of ants. It smells. It's not. This,
oh, I like it.
Really?
Yeah, it smells like opening up an old school Folgers or like Taster's Choice where it's powdered instant coffee. I bet.
Yeah, it does smell old. You could have just stopped there. It smells old and moldy.
It doesn't smell moldy.
It smells like the cup of coffee I've left in my car for 3 days straight because I'm too lazy to bring my cup from my driveway into my house.
Okay, I mean, holy cow! It is the crumbliest product I have ever. I'm gonna have to vacuum after this.
Again, how would you theoretically eat this on a run? Because
it would fall apart.
I feel like this would be either like a pre or a post. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I can like walk and chew anyway, but compared to other Whole Foods options, this would get crunched in my pocket on a flip belt, in a koala clip, any of those. There's no way that this would stay safe.
No,
it's not even safe in my house.
You'd have to pre-break it and know that you're only gonna. So while it may supposedly have, if you consume the entire waffle, 150 calories, realistically, after the crumbles fall apart, you're probably getting like 97 calories. But again, for the entire product, 19 grams of carbs and 8 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein. It doesn't say that caffeine. I know, right? It doesn't say how much caffeine, but I do believe that the ingredient list has powdered coffee in it. So are we ready for this?
I'm gonna break it open.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so it doesn't ooze. I thought it was gonna ooze.
Oh yeah, no, but I feel like it does have like a thin layer of coffee powder.
Yeah, I mean, there's like you see the details and the grains right here.
I love how Shelby's like, I'm just determined to get crumbs everywhere.
I put my plate underneath me just to be sure.
2029, I'm still going to be cleaning out the crumbs from this.
Welcome to motherhood. All right,
Okay.
let's try this. Cheers.
All right, cheers. I talked a lot of smack, and I like it.
It started off really good.
No, it's good. I'm gonna eat it. I like it. What don't you like about it?
It started off really good, and then it turned like literally the first 10 seconds. I'm like, this is actually legit. It tasted like a coffee flavored graham cracker, and then the sweetness and the artificial flavor just overtook it.
Okay. It almost tastes like, have you ever had chocolate covered espresso beans?
Yeah, that is not chocolate covered espresso beans.
It feels a little bit like that to me. But
no.
I am gonna wash it down with coffee.
I've got sparkle water. Hello, Whole Foods, sponsor us to wash our palates out.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's happening.
No.
Okay.
Again, I think it really is like the artificialness for me. Doesn't know. Again, I had really high hopes. Like at first I thought the same thing you. Like I stalked a lot of smack. And then as those words were coming out of your mouth, I'm like, no, it was valid.
Yeah. Well, we still haven't really hit the thing that I'm the most concerned about.
I thought that was the maple syrup that you were most...
Okay, I was, but I'm also really scared about the tailwind. I really am scared about it.
I did not realize until today I had to mix this. And before we jumped on recording, Christine's like, do you have your water? I'm like, yeah, I have my water to wash out. And she goes, no, for the mix.
Yeah.
I missed that.
It'll be interesting. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm still feeling a little nauseous from the untapped coffee maple syrup thing. But we're going to power through because that's what we do around here. So that cost, if we gave a glowing recommendation to that and you feel like I want to have this product, it's $2.39. So getting kind of in between the price point of the maple syrup and the goo, I'd still say, I know that we're going to rank it afterwards. I don't know that I'm purchasing this. And I really honestly had pretty high hopes for the untapped coffee waffle.
Well, and I like the honey stingers. The honey stingers are good. I would honestly say just get a bulk thing of Stroop waffles.
Yes,
and
it's the same product.
It's the same product. It's we're gonna have to like package your own, but as we've seen, even regularly packaged, it's crumbly as all get out.
Yeah.
So just go get stroopwafels and save your life.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we need to call a spade, and a lot of these products are just really beautifully marketed and packaged, and you could do it a lot cheaper on your own. But I'll tell you what I don't think is just marketing is the next one on our list. I am excited about this one. So this is what I would usually look towards consuming. Now, this would be something that I would have like in my backpack more for a hike versus a run, or in a gym bag probably. But I haven't consumed it yet, so we'll have to see. I've never had this product ever.
I keep reading it as tacos, but it's not tacos.
It's Tao's, I think. Tao's bakes Pinon coffee, but I think it's Pinon coffee and dark chocolate, and it is gluten-free. I want to make sure to point that out for folks that may need to have a product like that. Looks like it's a lot of organic type ingredients, 210 calories, 17 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, we're definitely ready for the holidays. It also has caffeine, but no idea how much. So I love the fact that like the USDA does not require people to tell us how much caffeine we're getting. Like,
what does that
like,
say about our lives?
Yes, right.
And it doesn't have a very long shelf life.
Oh, it doesn't? Well, it's because it's organic.
Oh, wait, no, it's a year. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I read that as 2023. I forget what year we're in, okay?
So what is the like base ingredient? Is it
almonds?
It's almonds. Okay, we're gonna like this.
I'm hoping. It looks promising.
There's no way that we're not gonna like it.
It doesn't look like one of those protein bars that's like overly like sticky.
I do want to say Catherine in our comments is saying that she's with Shelby. The waffles seem good at first, then it's all downhill after the initial tasting.
And I like how Sally's like, we all love tacos. Yeah, I wish this was a taco right now.
I know. Well, actually, I think I'm okay with this. I like dark chocolate, like almonds. I'm excited. And hello, Nick. Great to have you here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing.
It smells really good. I think I still have like a little shock from the other ones as everything's gooed all over my plate.
Oh
but
my God.
This smells good.
Walking into your favorite local coffee shop. It's transported me. I can hear the barista. I can hear the sounds of the espresso machine.
I agree with you. This I can get on board with your description with this.
This makes me happy.
We're just gonna sniff it.
So actually, that's over on the blog as well. There was a study done that just the smell of coffee brewing helps to create like a brain little registry of waking us up a bit more. So if you're having difficulty getting out of bed, presetting your percolator on your coffee machine is always a good way of doing it. Or you could just get a Tao's coffee.
That's how I know I'm late. If I smell the coffee, I know I'm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Right. So cost $2.58 and we're going to do it.
I don't mind it.
Mind it? I could eat like all of it and have 45 more. Like it is delicious. It's not too sweet. It leads. It's very it's nut forward. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I just snorted.
It does lead with the almond.
This is very good.
It's really good.
I could actually see this with like a cup of coffee. Now, I'm going to be a little extra with this. I would heat it up for like 10 seconds and put some coconut milk whipped cream on top of it. This is really, like, that's how I would eat it.
I thought you were going too far, but the minute you said coconut whipped cream, I'm like, yes, I want that.
Like the frozen, so delicious coconut whipped cream.
Yes.
On top of this with just heat it up a little bit. Now,
I would really good.
I would make this as like a full post recovery or pre workout or even just dessert. Like I would add some fresh berries with it.
Yeah,
like
I was thinking
blueberries with this.
Yes.
Would be really good to have the tart to balance out the sweet.
I would like a little bit of like cherries, which would be great also from a recovery standpoint with that tartness to help. Oh yeah.
Like this is a treat. Like this is good.
We have to have like I want to try them all now just because I want to eat them all.
These just again, I I'd have to be in the right mood to have it by itself, but this would be something like when I want like a baked good, or I want something that feels really luxurious but has like a packs of punch. This would be good. Cherries would be delicious with this, and now I want to save the rest of it to have some cherries.
That's good for you, because the minute we're done here, I'm gonna eat the entire thing. Like I don't see myself saving it for cherries.
So good.
Okay, so if anybody's had Tao's Bakes Pignon coffee and dark chocolate, feel free to let us know. I literally do think this is going to become a regular for me. I'm even putting it in like, I want to save you.
Yeah.
Like it's even worthy to sit next to my coffee. Everything else, I'm trying to take it away from the coffee.
I'm legit going to save this. It's $2.58. All of this, somebody asked in the chat, where did you purchase it? Everything we got is from the feed. They really have, again, totally unsponsored, but if you're watching from the feed, holla. It really has been great for these tastings, especially because they have the single buy option and you can really filter through. Because like I know for a fact only probably 2 of these brands I can get locally. The flavors, though, I have not been able to find locally.
If you do like it, though, you could probably get or if you wanted to really try a variety pack, they have a variety pack for, you could get it from Amazon, you can get it from the feed. There's multiple ways of giving this a try. They have quite a few different flavors. Let's see how many flavors they actually seem to have. At this count, anyway, it looks like there's at least 8 different flavors. Caramel, pecan, and cranberry sounds amazing. Pecan, praline, and maple syrup. Probably would skip that one. Almond, agave, and cinnamon. Oh, peanut butter, chocolate, and butterscotch. Forget it. Like that's it.
I would do that one.
I don't even want to try that one because then that's all I would eat for like 3 weeks straight. Toasted coconut and vanilla bean.
Oh, now I would put these above
everything
I would probably put
that we've
this
ever had.
Even I'm blanking on the name right now. The refrigerated ones that you turned me on to.
Yes, I agree. So those are perfect protein bars.
Yes,
this is way better.
This is so much better, much more convenient because you don't have to keep them cold. And it doesn't have that tackiness.
Yeah, no, I do really enjoy it.
It feels more like a mix between a Kind bar and one that you would make at home. Like it doesn't have the stickiness of the Kind bar, but like that pre-done aspect, but it tastes a lot more homemade.
It is really, again, I know we've done a few of these now. This is probably going to, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, as we do our full ranking, I can already say it's going to go to my number 1 list. I actually want to have the variety pack at this point. And I'll send you the maple syrup one.
Tao's, this is legit. I'm assuming this is a Spanish brand because of the Pignon.
I would almost think that they are maybe, I feel like when I see their branding, I'm thinking like a little bit Sedona, Arizona, a little hippie vibe.
He looks like a rabbi to me. Okay. He looks like a hipster rabbi. This isn't rabbi. This doesn't say that it's kosher though. So I'm just saying. We're in holiday spirit. I mean,
so yes, if you guys really want to give this a try, I think, and they actually have a lot of other products. I think that they have granola, they've got nuts. We already came to that conclusion.
Lots of nuts. Nuts everywhere.
Lots. So I'm super excited.
I'm going to look these up more.
Also, like we talked about the fact it has caffeine. We have no idea how much. I didn't taste a lot of coffee. Did you?
I mean, hints here and there. It's more of like an aftertone versus full force. But it smells more coffee.
Yes, it smells a little like you're walking into a coffee shop, like full on coffee. Okay, let's do it. Now, Pro Bar protein bar. It's plant-based protein, so I'm assuming they use likely a pea-based protein, which for you folks that have digestive issues with whey protein.
Soy.
Is it soy? Okay.
Soy protein isolate.
Okay, so it's likely going to be a little bit more chemically tasting, and it too says that it has caffeine, but it's a coffee crunch, also gluten-free. Doesn't say how much caffeine. That seems to be the trend at this point. 270 calories, 34 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. And I'm curious too, because I feel like the numbers don't add up.
Well, and this is $2.99. Granted, it's bigger. It's like a little bit bigger than a Snickers, but for $2.58 for the towels versus $2.99. Okay, you're just going right for it. You're like, I'm getting us over. You're talking too much. It doesn't smell so good. It smells very artificial.
I like it. I do. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't mind it. Coach Shelby's very quiet, so now I'm scared.
It's not good, but it's not bad. I think I was looking for it to be more like a Snickers, like coffee crunch to me.
Shelby,
what?
That was unfair. You can't put it. Yeah, no, maybe about it. You can't make it a Snickers in your head and then be like, yeah, it's not that good.
I really don't know how I feel about this. This is I'm actually going to go for a second bite because I'm conflicted.
Okay, so we have Sally's going to try the Tao's Bakes bars. I think Susan's going to check them out. We've got Leslie here. Leslie, I didn't see the question, but I think it was already responded. Welcome, Catherine. Of course, hello, and Nick and Sally, Sarah. So lots of interesting remarks so far. I don't know that we're selling anybody on the Pro Bar, but I like it. And I think we've officially lost Shelby because she's pensive in thought. The coffee again, goodness knows what made it, what happened there. She may be joining us in just a little bit. Or maybe this is her way of saying, I refuse to try the tailwind that I'm most scared of. And she's probably secretly scared of as well. So
my power decided to go out. It decided that it wasn't.
I was just telling folks that I think you did it on purpose because you didn't want to try this tailwind, which I don't blame you. And if I can figure out how to freeze myself so I don't have to try it, I will too.
The one I freeze my face at, like it perfectly speaks to what I feel about that bar.
I will say, Leslie's saying that's the best face. If you have to get frozen, that was perfect. Okay, so your final determination of the Pro Bar.
I'll never buy it again because now I have bad mojo with it. But it's not horrible. Again, probably not in my top 10. But if I was starving on a desert island, I had it.
Shelby, if I'm starving for 3 hours, I'm consuming it. Like,
no, I would hold off.
You would?
Yeah, I know.
You are picky.
I am really picky.
Okay.
Nothing goes in my mouth that I don't like.
Except it does appear that you do love some nuts, so that's all right. Okay.
This really is. This is brunch after dark.
Oh, God almighty.
What'd you just do?
Fell. It's disgusting.
Oh, my plate looks like a crime scene.
It's all of these look like crime scenes. Okay,
where are we at? Where are we?
Tailwind, our final one. I have heard so many wonderful things. I think Tailwind for me was the first fuel that I heard really touted in the ultra running community because it does provide so much of that perfect mix between hydration and actually fueling source, where a lot of the hydrations don't. So supposedly accordingly also very easily digestible. I want it to basically be more like a Hershey's mix, but I don't think so.
Oh God.
It smells horrible.
I mean, it smells really bad.
I'm so scared of this one. I really am. Okay, so this one's called the Tailwind Recovery Mix Coffee, and it has in quotations perfectly complete protein, whatever that means.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, they basically. Oh God, it's seriously.
I mean, it smells horrible. Again, worst smell that we've done.
So I'm mixing it here live so you guys can kind of see.
She has a nice clear one. I have a Guy Harvey tumbler, and I have a very sophisticated.
It's just sitting on top of the water, refusing to actually emulsify. Is that the right word? Is that the right chefy word? I don't know.
I can't. I've never refused to taste something. I can't, or else this is not going to be.
Shelby, this is disgusting looking. It looks like mud. It's got 240 calories, 43 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, 11 grams of that quote unquote complete protein, which I think usually means that your body can fully digest the protein that it has. It looks
That's
worse
great. My
and
body
worse.
can.
It looks worse and worse.
It's profusely, but for the
You can't
sake
do
of
it.
this,
I did maple
can't.
syrup.
No,
Shelby,
Christine.
I did my arch nemesis. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. It's like the worst protein powder smell ever. That's exactly what it is. It's a
I would throw
disgusting
it
protein
right
powder.
out, regardless. If no, I'm sorry. That $2.99, I'm demanding a refund.
It's still sitting there, so I'm gonna try to put
You're just gonna add more.
It has to. Oh, God.
Oh,
I have it all over the. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Really
I'll
not-
Venmo you for your trouble. Guys, more than
She doesn't love
but
you. No.
love stops. I'm not tasting
I'm
that.
wearing it. I'm gonna try it. I did the maple syrup. It can't be more disgusting than that for me.
Famous last words.
Do you guys see how gross this looks? It looks like coffee, right?
It
like
looks
an iced
like
latte. You know, that's what I should put it over. I should put it over ice. I bet it'll taste better that way.
Do you really want to go ruin?
Do I want to ruin good ice? Probably not. Okay, so it did mix really well, I think. Oh God, no, it didn't.
We need to shake it off.
Okay.
I'm gonna hype you up.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, so we did a little bit of that. It looks
like
pretty
mud
decent
water.
here.
Oh, it doesn't.
Coach Shelby's going off. Are you going off camera officially, friend?
Oh, I can't. I'm. The day is long. If I have that, it's gonna go everywhere, and I'm not chancing that. I have a little self-preservation.
Shelby, it's even worse.
I'm telling you, I'm shocked you're actually doing it.
I am. I'm gonna do it. I'm really scared because this is honestly, guys. I thought that the maple syrup was gonna be really bad, and I was worried about this one. This is worse than I could have ever imagined.
I think the smell.
Okay.
Can you describe the smell? Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so it tastes a little bit like salt water.
Do you need to go off camera for a second?
So salt water, I mean, I'm pretty sure when you take your dogs to the beach, the first thing you say, don't let it drink the salt water because it's going to absolutely have it's going to have runs all the way home. This is actually pretty salty.
Does it taste like anything?
I'm
gonna interview you. Does it taste like what it smells like?
It tastes just as bad as it smells. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
How would you describe it?
I'm so disappointed in the ultra running community. It has no discernible flavor because it's chemically very salty. I'm thinking of all of the different flavor profiles. It has the worst aftertaste because I just swallowed and unfortunately had more.
It does not taste. It doesn't smell like coffee at all.
I'm so disappointed because I really honestly thought that I could officially call the untapped coffee maple syrup the most disgusting thing I've ever consumed.
All right.
But now we've got tailwind.
Now that you've described what I think it smells like. And I'm sorry if you have a queasy stomach, you might want to go ahead and mute this part. It smells like the stuff that they put over puke to get it to where it's not gloopy anymore. It has a sulfury,
the coagulated stuff to help it to dry up.
Yes. It smells like a sulfury, dirty powder. That's what it smells like to me.
I feel disappointed in myself and my life choices. Is basically what I feel right now. I feel
so guilty for not trying it, but I have my limits.
I feel a little dirty. I feel dirty. I have crap everywhere. I feel I'm not happy with myself. I think
Sally's for coach's reaction, it must be terrible. Everybody knows I'm dramatic. You're very fair.
No, I really honestly will tell you guys that I don't know what I know that I've heard that ultra runners tend to hallucinate. They have to be freaking hallucinating to ever consume that crap.
I don't
Tailwind is
think
definitely not going to come to give me a sponsorship.
I wonder, like, if anybody uses Tailwind, you have to either put in the comments or email us info@timeforbrunch.com. Like, we want to know, is it just this flavor? Like, are there any flavors that are good? Is it just one of the things like they're like vitamins? You just take them because you know it's going to get you through.
How do you take it if all their products taste? It's got the best reviews for the record. People freaking love it.
Why? I'm genuinely asking. Like, I'm not trying to judge. There's a little judgment, but
it has to be the flavor.
Like, again, I could get everything else down.
But I'm telling you, all their flavors sound disgusting. Chocolate, coffee, vanilla, and salted caramel. So it's basically a protein powder mix. That's all it really is.
Listen, I've had protein powders that don't smell.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly. I think if you took this into like a gym bro, they would throw it at you along with like a barbell. It's seriously, it's the worst thing ever.
It says a lot to where
so disgusting.
I've never refused to try something. Do I lose my crown now?
And you hate pumpkin spice.
I don't like pumpkin spice. I mean, I've said like I don't really like peppermint, but I had one of our runners gift me some Ghirardelli peppermint and chocolate. Yeah, that was good.
So yummy.
I told them, I'm like, I actually like this. I broadened my horizons and I enjoyed this. This is not. No one send me Tailwind.
It's really gross. Okay, so I don't think we have anyone that's ever had it. I know which two products that I will never purchase, Sally said. Yeah, it's gross, guys. So I think
that's like dog food, like dry dog food's wafting out.
So. I think you said it best with the coagulated product to help clean up vomit, because that's what I'm going to need as well.
I think I use that for that. All right, so I think it's safe to say before we rank, Tailwind isn't even on the list. Like it's a no. It is the worst product we have ever tried on this series.
I know who I'm contacting after this. Tracy. I'm coming after Tracy because she was the one who's been telling me that Tailwind's amazing forever and a day. And I call. Yes.
Tracy, we have questions.
We do. Tailwind's disgusting. I really honestly feel nauseous with both of these. With maple syrup is gross too. I think honestly we only had three that I would purchase again. I would purchase the Pro Bar if I was like in a 7-Eleven really hungry. I wanted to grab something real quick. I'd probably grab that one. Everybody now knows that I will be purchasing everything Tao's Bakes because that was incredible. And I would absolutely, if I was on a course and they had goo and this was the variety of goo, this is probably the best goo I have ever consumed personally. Right. I don't know if it'll flip my stomach later, but it was good.
So I would say Tailwind's 5, obviously. Or I'm sorry, 6. Tailwind's 6.
We're not ranking it.
Just not ranking it. I would probably say maple syrup is 5. I would probably say, in all honesty, the untapped for me would be 4.
The waffle?
The waffle would be 4. The goo would be 2, and then Tao's would be 1.
Yeah.
I would probably, the gel I feel like at 3 is acceptable. I'd rather have the gel, I think, than the waffle.
I don't know.
So
how
we actually kind of semi-agree.
Yeah, no, we don't semi-agree. These were very polarizing in terms of we either really hated them or we really liked them. I think it's pretty fair to say this was probably, of all of the episodes we've done, I feel most disgusted with this one, and I honestly thought pumpkin spice was going to be the worst.
They're right there. There's a scene in the Lego movie. It's like right there with childbirth. I think this was worse than childbirth.
You consumed every product on the pumpkin spice one, and
that is true.
And I did not want to throw up after that one. So
I feel like you're genuinely nauseous. You got a little pale.
Yeah, it's gross. It really is, guys. It's really gross. I mean, I know. Like, look at this. Who would consume this? If you see this, why would you put that? Like, it doesn't even look right.
It looks like mud water.
Yeah. I'm sure my coffee kind of looks that way too, but different. It's totally different.
So definitely our pumpkin spice stays in our baked goods. our coffee stays in
our coffee.
mugs. And I mean, look, I mean,
Yeah.
that's so much cuter than any of the packaging. It's a little note.
Right. Okay. With that said, friends, we're so glad you joined us for this, because now I have to go clean up, take a shower, and look at a career change. But we do appreciate your thoughts here. So please feel free to give us back your feedback. Reach out to us. We'd like for you to join us. We're super, super excited. This week's long brunch is going to be tons of fun. And we're kicking off our gift guide officially next Wednesday for Quick Bites. So there is nothing on there that will make you have these kind of reactions. So we think that you'll love those for sure. So we do want to know if you have any products that you think are buzzworthy that we should be trying in the future. And we can't wait to see you again. Right. See you again, because regardless of when or where, we're going to keep serving up more miles with
Not.